Guys, I just have to make a quick reaction to this Nietzsche video. I will share this video also on my community section because there I posted a video where Nietzsche is pictured as an anti-Semitic, a person that provides some anti-Semitic ideology as well as a potential Nazi and so on. This criticism has lingering over Nietzsche. I knew that there is people who have some interpretation of him that is, in my opinion, very unjust and unjust. So I am a critical reader, I would say, and I have read most of his books, if not all, but not every book from beginning to end. It's not possible with Nietzsche's way of writing. Sometimes you need breaks, sometimes you don't get through. He is one of the most provocative writers, and yes, I have goodwill. But if you have no goodwill, if you want to find things that you can that you can filter out and understand in a malicious way and use it against him, you will find something, yes. But at the same time, when you try to be even objective, I think, we can't prove that the way she pictured Nietzsche is true in any way. So I don't believe it personally. I also asked ChatGPT. ChatGPT is not God or an absolute truth, but ChatGPT also verified that everything she said is actually not true regarding the negative view of Nietzsche. Yeah, so in my opinion, Nietzsche is a genius and an individual that is in some way much bigger in his perception, in his experience, and in his expression. He is a genius of sensitivity, of emotion, of psychological processing, and a genius of expressing this for us. Therefore, there is nobody who can understand Nietzsche fully. It's not possible. We can only extract a part of what we project into him when we read him. Therefore, whenever we read Nietzsche, when you take a 5 years break or a 10 years break and you come back, you read him as if he has a completely new dimension. Because Nietzsche is a dense, compressed human experience, deeper and higher than what a normal person is experiencing and able to express. Therefore, we can criticize him, but in a more respectful manner. Such like Carl Gustav Jung. Carl Gustav Jung would not have been able to create his own psychology without the impact of Nietzsche. And from this point of respect, he criticizes him, which is a huge difference than to straight put him in the same bucket as some delusional, insanely stupid people like Nazis or anti-Semitic people. When we read in books with huge impact, we will find controversial, provocative, and hard to digest content. And we need to be critical and filter out things and shape them in a way that they are not harmful for ourselves or others. The same applies to the Bible. Am I going too far if I say that the Bible is racistic? Because when you make differences between Gentiles and chosen ones and other ethnical groups, and you prefer certain ethnical groups over others, If you understand this with a bad intention and too close to the words as a historical document or a leg to as a legitim to make it legitimate to do something, or be entitled, and because of having a certain place of birth you are no better than others, isn't that very questionable? And therefore I reject this when I read this. I am critical. I don't understand it this way. I don't want this kind of thought pattern even in my mind. I'm not going into how to understand the Bible now. I made other videos about this, but also in this Nietzsche video, she does very tricky things. She also says Nietzsche hated Christianity, and when she says Christianity, she points to Jesus, and this is a gaslighting, because Jesus is not Christianity. Jesus is most likely a historical figure as well as an archetype that lives in the collective subconsciousness, in the narration and in the experience of humanity. Jesus did not want Christianity to evolve. Jesus did not want to found a church. Jesus did not want has not had the intention to write the Bible. And she puts all of this into one, calls it Christianity, and points to Jesus. Nietzsche did not hate Jesus. That's not true. He saw a lot of dangers in Christianity, but he was fighting it with, in my opinion, noble intentions. Okay. So yeah, I just felt like I have to make a quick reaction to this video. We need to know that Nietzsche is often accused to have certain tendencies, but I believe, in my personal opinion, Nietzsche is much bigger than all these categories you could put him in. This is like my last video where I talk about that people often interact with an introject. So if people introject Nietzsche and see him as a devalued or idealized version, which is both not Nietzsche, they see him as a simplification of what he really is, and then they can put him into boxes. But that's not Nietzsche. That's what they think Nietzsche is. That's when you not read him with the right respect, and with having an open eye, an open heart, and a goodwill to see him as the most impactful writer of the last 2000 years. So, just a small reaction.